what I have done to guard my mind. Now, I have been aware of this for a while, actually. So I am very careful. No, I'm not even so careful, but to some extent, I'm careful what I watch. So because of that, I do not watch a lot of movies. Not because I do not enjoy movies. I think I do not enjoy. Let me just be frank. I do not enjoy it as much. Because if I'm bored, I will not go looking for a movie. Okay, but I made a conscious effort not to watch too much media because it will affect the way I think even without knowing. And I decided to do these things way before I even knew the power of the subconscious mind. But I just realized that if I watch a series, and you see, you don't watch series 1 and go. Some people sit down, watch from season 1 to season 10 at a sitting. By the time you are done, you've picked up traits without knowing. You picked up words without knowing. You picked up attitude without knowing. Your mind has reprogrammed without knowing. All these things, they are not conscious. It's not like, oh, okay, I see this thing, I will behave like this. Oh, I see this thing, I'll behave like this. That's what I'm saying. It's like a CCTV camera. It's picking up every single thing. And once it keeps getting the same pattern, okay, the same thing over and over again, it will automate it so that you don't have to think about it. It will automate it even without you knowing. So you have no idea what your mind has actually automated. You have no idea what your subconscious conditioning is until you sit down with yourself. Get to know yourself, spend time with yourself, ask yourself questions, take notice of your reactions and your words and the way you think about certain things. That's when you start to see what your mind has automated, what your mind has coded. Do you understand? So it will keep giving you the same result, even if you are trying to do something new, even if you try and change. You see that it's like you're still getting the same result because the formula is the same. So whatever you put inside, it will give you the same answer. Whatever you put inside will give you the same answer from that formula. So if you want to change something, you need to change the formula. So as I said, I decided I wasn't going to watch too many movies because by the time I'll finish watching it, I may be talking like somebody in the movie. I may be doing something and I'm like, I don't like this. So I wasn't really a movie fan. All through university, I didn't have up to 20 movies on my laptop from level 100 to level 400. Like, I don't know. I wasn't watching lots of movies because of that, actually. I noticed that when I watch certain things, I didn't like what I was seeing, okay? But then I was spending a lot of time on social media, WhatsApp. I wasn't even on IG. And because of that, when a new platform comes, I don't jump onto it because I feel like I may overdo it or it's too much media for me. But eventually, when I join, it has the effect. So for some time now, I've been off IG for a reason, for this particular reason. I started realizing that it was beginning to seem like the whole world was on IG for me. Everybody was on IG for me. Do you understand? I'm like, no, I don't want to think like that. As soon as I pick my phone, my applications are in different folders. So I open my social media folder, and without thinking, I'm on IG. Then I close it consciously. Okay, then I lose consciousness and then I open IG again. I'm like, no, we're not going to do this. This is not what my subconscious is not going to be doing. You get, because anytime I'm bored, my mind has programmed it that when you're bored or you don't have anything to do, open IG without me even knowing. So even when I lose consciousness, I will tap on IG or I'll open WhatsApp. So I just open WhatsApp, close, go to IG, close, go to, just wasting my life and my destiny. So I realized it. So I put a stop. I took steps. This wasn't the first thing I did. I put a timer on this. It's going to spend just 2 hours. And it actually worked for me for WhatsApp. 2 hours, I was out. Because I wasn't even doing anything there. Just going to watch people's status. For nothing. I wasn't chatting with anybody necessarily. I wasn't doing anything. It's just group chats. So 2 hours. But on IG was a bit difficult. I tried it for a while. But I don't seem to like the I think I got used to it. I got used to it closing. Then I open it. I will unlock it. I'm like, it's not working. That is not working. It's not working. It's not working. So I tried something. I tried to do something else. And I decided that I need to cut off certain things. So I deleted Instagram. I just deleted it. I didn't think, as soon as I got the idea, I deleted it. I didn't think about should I delete it. And I've actually wanted to go off IG for a while. Because of a couple of things, I couldn't go off. The time I wanted to go off, I was actively posting on my business pages. After that, I'm like, you know what? I've been off for like a month. Yeah, I think so. I might have to come back because of certain things, but let's see. So that I just deleted the app. In the first week, it wasn't a joke. I was going down. I'm like, I'm bored. As I said, you don't leave gaps in your mind. You have to replace it with something. So once I'm bored, my mind is good to IG. I open the folder. There's no IG. So I have to go and download IG. And I had to find something else to replace. I tried to read and it worked for a while. I got bored. I'm like, I'm not interested in reading for such long hours. No, I don't want to do that. So I kept alternating, trying to find something. Now I'm on YouTube. I feel like I'm going to. So what I do actually is I just go and watch fruits that they are cutting on YouTube. Or how to kick it. I enjoy that channel. If you are bored, go and watch how to kick it. Read, pray, all of those things. I'm trying to find things to fill up, to replace. Okay, that will give me the necessary things. So I actually use a lot of my time to read, or think, or I just watch a video how to kick it, or how to better my YouTube channel because I'm learning something. You get it, and it's being profitable for me, and I'm not holding on to people's lives and thinking that is the standard. And the funny thing is, I'm actually following Christians. It's not like I'm following people who don't have the same vibe. We share the same values and all of that, but their life is not my life. What God called them to do is not what God is calling me to do necessarily. Even if we're in the same prototype, we have the same prototype. I know that God has called me to be like them. God did not call me to be them. Do you understand? And I need to learn how to find myself and not think that because the person likes this color, that is the color I should like. What is that? The person likes this spray, or the person bought from this particular vendor. So, and I'm not saying all these things are bad. All these things are good. They have a good side, but you need to be careful that you're not living the person's life. You're not trying to replicate the person's life, and you're not holding on to it so tightly. God is the only person you should be holding on to tightly. He's the standard. There's no other standard anyway that you should be holding on to so tightly. So I did that, and I came to WhatsApp. I listened to a training, and in the training, I think they were talking about how to take care of yourself, self-care, how to cut down social media. And somebody suggested muting WhatsApp status. I'm like, it hadn't occurred to me. I had muted a couple of people because when I watch, I don't like to watch their status, so I muted it. It didn't occur to me that I could mute everybody's status. I'm like, oh wow. So if you're watching this and you have my contact, I have muted your status. Thank you. Actually, once in a while, I go and watch it. I haven't phased out of it totally. You get, so sometimes I just go and watch it. I realized that when you open WhatsApp, there's the camera, then I think there's chat, there's status, and there's calls. So when I'm at chat, the status, you see when someone uploads a status, there's a little circle, a green circle that appears as status, and that had become my cue. So every time I see it, I swipe. Every time I see it, I swipe. Sometimes I don't even go and watch. I just don't like seeing that small circle there. So I swipe to status and swipe back so that it's gone. But I realized it had become a cue for me. Every time I see it, I swipe. Every time I'm bored, I swipe. Go to watch status, swipe. And I can watch everybody. It's not beneficial to me in any way. I just be wasting my time and wasting my life watching it. So I'm like, okay, I had to get this cue out. And if you want to learn how to break a habit or learn how the mind works, I'll advise that you read Atomic Habits. It's a good book. There are a couple of other books as well, but I would recommend Atomic Habits. Okay, if you know any other book that you could recommend, please leave it in the comment section. Someone would like to read. You can get an audiobook, you can get a PDF, you can get a hard copy. It's all around. Whenever you're working and see a bookshop, just ask for Atomic Habits. Okay, however you want to get a copy and read. If you want to learn about the mind, or you want to learn about breaking habits, or how habits work, or how your mind processes things, it's a good book to read. Okay, so that had become my cue. Now after I've muted everybody's status, my new cue is I don't know if you've muted status before, but if you've muted status, there's a small green arrow. See, everything on the page, on the status page now, is dark, is ash, and that's the only green thing. See, these people know how the mind works. People who develop apps, they know how the mind. They don't just develop apps. They don't just use colors for using colors' sake. There's specific reasons. There's a way that little green arrow stands out, such that as soon as I go there, my mind is on it. To get that, the first thing I would see, because every other thing is a dull color, and that stands out. So now that has become my cue. It's like once I see it, I click everybody's status card, then I'll go and watch some and go. But the good thing now is when I finish watching one status, it doesn't move to the next one. It will end. It will close. If I want to watch it, I have to click again. And gradually, I'm moving out of it. But just trying to tell you how I am trying to guard my mind. You should as well. And apart from guarding your mind, you should also feed your mind with things that are important to you. When it comes to books, I don't like to necessarily just recommend books, because you have to know what you need in your life per time. Okay, so for now, what I am working on, as I said in my previous, I don't know if that video came before this one, but I am working on my mindset, the things that I was afraid of. If you've not watched that video on why I'm afraid to be successful, I'll leave a link in this video. Please do watch it when you're done. I'm trying to work on that. So I'm reading Believe Bigger by Marshall Evans. Okay, Marshall Evans Daniel, sorry. So if you know what is important to you now, what you need to work on now, then you can get a book around. Don't just read 20 books in a year. Actually, sincerely, I feel like if you are starting to read, and that's it's not that bad. It's not that bad. At least you started to read. But then make sure that you're looking for books that are peculiar to you and are important to you now in your life. Maybe it's your season where your finances are terrible and you're reading on, let me even see one of the books, Becoming by Michelle Obama. You're losing it. You get it. Find a book that would help you. Find a book on finances that will help you to put your finances in check. Do you understand? To know what is happening in your life. Don't just want to know what book the next person is reading. You also go and pick it and read. Know what you need per time and read that book, because that's what will help you and will bless you. I'm sure this video has been all over the place, but you need to be careful what you're feeding into your mind. Be careful what you're feeding into your mind, and make sure that you're feeding what you actually want into your mind. As I said, you're replacing. You're not just, your mind doesn't leave gaps, so don't just take something and throw it away. Make sure you're replacing. So know what you want to be like. Identify what you are that you do not like. Know what you want to be like, and then start replacing the old one with the new one. Okay, so be careful what you watch. Be careful what you interact with, whether you think it's conscious or unconscious. So far as you're interacting with it daily, you're interacting with it often, your mind will automate it, and you will end up having to go and break that habit. It's unnecessary. Just skip that. Find something that works for you. Know what scripture wants you to do. Follow it. If it doesn't align with your true values, don't entertain it and say it's just for fun. It will not affect me, or I'm very strong. Your mind is not like that. Your mind is not programmed like that. It's your conscious mind that's lying to you that your mind is not strong, or your mind can separate it. So your mind doesn't do that. Whatever you feel will grow. Scripture says, whatever you sow, you shall reap. And lots of us say it in the negative sense, that if you sow a bad thing, you will reap a bad thing. Yes, but if you sow a good thing too, you will reap a good thing. Whatever you sow, it didn't qualify it. Whatever you sow, you will reap. Whether you are sowing consciously or unconsciously. If you're allowing weeds, they will overpower the actual seeds that you want to be growing. So be careful what you are allowing to your mind. Be careful what you are accepting. Be careful what you are listening to, what you are seeing. If you know it's not good for you, you know it doesn't align with your true values, you know it doesn't align with scripture, doesn't align where you are even going personally, where God is sending you, just cut it off. You don't need such stress in your life. Cut all the weights that are holding you back and be able to run and focus. Okay, I'll see you in my next one. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and please do comment. Leave a comment if this blessed you. Let me know which part of the video blessed you. And all the questions that I asked, please do leave a comment. When you comment, it doesn't make you an extrovert or an introvert. It just means you support the channel. It just means that what I'm doing blesses you and would like other people to find or see it as well. And don't forget, we're trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of June. So please do subscribe and share with a friend. Let them subscribe. I will definitely see you in my next one. Bye.